Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura and I'm going to do some machine applique today. Now this is going to be really a very different way of doing machine applique. We are not really finishing the edges. We're not going to do a buttonhole stitch or a satin stitch. We're just stitching it down. And how we're going to fuse it onto our fabric is a different way as well. Now I'm going to be using a product called FlexiFuse, and I'll talk about why I've chosen that and some other things you can do with this. This is going to be a fun project. I do hope you join along. So today I am going to be using this lightweight fusible web, and it is called FlexiFuse. Now it is a beautiful lightweight fusible web. You can get it in sheets and you can get it in rolls. So we have that paper on the one side and that glue on the other. Now when you look at that fusible web, you can see how light it is. It really is a very, very soft web. And having this soft fusible web is nice for a lot of things. Number one, if you're going to stack up different layers of fusibles. So if you need to do one layer of fabric and then put another and another on top of it, you will need something very, very soft like this. Having this very soft also means our machine is going to stitch through it very, very easily. And we can hand stitch through this, and it doesn't distort your fabric. This would also be a good product if you're going to do some machine embroidery and you need to fuse some fabric down. Now normally we think of using this just for fabric, but you can use this on anything that you can put an iron on. So it could go on wood, it could go on cardboard, and a fun project is to use it with a stretched canvas. This is just that stretch canvas that we're going to buy at a hobby store or even at the dollar store has it now. I fused it onto this fabric. I cut it out and I just ironed it right there. And then I went around that just with a marker. And then I highlighted some of the pieces. So you can see a little bit of the difference here. And I was able to fuse the little pieces right over to the edge. So this is a fun project to do if you have some fabulous fabric that you'd like to highlight a piece. For today, I have a fabric project. I want to transfer this pattern and applique it. So the first thing I need to do is transfer this pattern onto a sheet of this fusible web. So of course we do want to have it printed on that paper side. It is thin enough that we would be able to just trace through that and we can see that pattern underneath, or we can put it in a printer. Now when we put any fusible web into a printer, it must be an inkjet printer, not a laser. A laser printer uses heat, and that heat will melt this and completely ruin your printer. So it's very important that you use an inkjet printer. And you can tell the difference when the paper comes out. If it's warm, that is the laser. If it's cold, it's inkjet. Now this fusible web is a little bit smaller than a regular size paper, and I like that feature. So here is just a regular piece of paper. There's my fusible web. So I can take that and center it on the page. So you'll see it's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to put a little row of tape right along that one edge. Then, as this goes through the printer, this tape is going to hold these two pages together, and I'm going to print on the back of that fusible web. It's just a little bit of an extra security, which I like doing. So there's the edge that I taped. I only had to tape that one edge. So this went through the printer. It protected my fusible side. So with all fusible webs, we need to cut these shapes out, and then we're going to fuse it on top of our fabric. Now I did use a hot, dry iron, no steam. I put my iron down for 5 seconds, and now I can cut out my shapes. So we need to fuse these onto our main fabric. So we could just peel off that back and fuse them onto the fabric. But because there are so many little pieces, I do want to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to glue my fabric onto my pattern piece. Now when we do that, we do need to be very selective for what glue we are going to use. So I would recommend testing our glues. And this is how it is going to work. We're going to take our pieces and we're going to be able to glue them right here on this paper. But first, we need to remove this paper. And it's going to feel like nothing has come off, but you'll be able to see a little bit of shine right here on this fabric. Now I'm going to glue the right side onto my pattern. But I really just want to use the little itsy bitsy piece of glue that I can. So I'm going to just put a little dot here and there, and then I'm going to place that fabric down. You can see where I'm able to follow my pattern this way. I just want it to stay just enough that I can work with it. So I'm going to take this and work right at my iron. This design has some odd looking shapes, and this is why this is a nice way of doing it. Just a little dollop of glue here and there just to hold these pieces in place. And you should be able to move this page without those pieces moving. The glue is sticking up, the fabric is sticking down. I'm going to take my fabric and place it on top. So I have that right side touching. Now with that dry hot iron, I'm going to place this down for 5 seconds. Lift up and move. Let this cool, and then we're going to be able to lift up that fabric. So if we lift it up very gently, it's going to pop off that paper. If you have a piece that's not done, just give it another little touch. Let that cool and slowly peel that off. So all of my pieces are now on, and they're in the place that I want. It is very important that you test that little dot of glue before you do this. So here is my sample. This was some glue that I used, and you can see that I have that mark there. So that was not the right glue. I did test with this just very inexpensive glue, and you don't see any marks. Now it is washable, so you could just take a damp cloth and wipe off that residue, but I'd prefer not to see it at all. But this is a fun way of fusing those pieces onto our fabric. Most times when we do this type of applique, we do a satin stitch or a blanket stitch all the way around these pieces. In this case, I'm just going to drop my feed dogs, and I am just going to stitch around those pieces. And it doesn't really need to be precise, so you can do it right with the fabric like this, or you can put your batting and your backing fabric on and do it all at the same time. So you can see where I just did some free motion stitching over here. I did use some tiny stitches and just went up into the points. I just wanted to secure those pieces. Now I did have a nice fabric on the background, so it also is quilted and done. So from here I need to decide what I'm going to turn it into. What I wanted to do is share with you this technique of just temporarily gluing these little pieces of fabric upside down onto our pattern piece, and then putting the fabric on top and fusing it. The FlexiFuse is light enough that I am going to be able to stitch over this. The pieces stayed put. I did do a lot of heavy work, and it stayed beautifully. It didn't gum up my needle. My needle just went through it beautifully. And yet it is still strong enough that I'm going to be able to use it for other projects. Anything that iron can hit, we pretty much can iron that on. This type of applique is a lot of fun. We can do those tiny little pieces that we normally wouldn't want to consider. I'll put a link in the description if you want to give this pumpkin a try. And as always, thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. I have a newsletter. It's all free under So Very Easy. And be sure to make every day a spectacular day. Bye for now.